Yes, we are trying this again. And we are testing this again. Okay. So, you know what? Sometimes you test your technology and it works, and you're talking to people all day long, and then you go to do the important thing and it breaks. So, you know what? That's part of the process. But we're going to do it again. And have you not listened to that staticky stuff that you were hearing before? So, here it is, reality. You test, it works, you go live, it doesn't work. So we're back and we're going to do the thing because I want to share the thing with you, and we're going to wrap up day 5. So let's do this again. Welcome to Social Strategy Simplified with Sue, where we break down the social media strategies of top industry professionals who are gaining extraordinary reach and ROI from actually creating less content, but using it smarter. So if you are not in this industry as the person that I'm featuring in a particular week, do not worry. These strategies are universal and can be applied to any business. So we're gonna dive back into where we left off, went from a very staticky, this Yeti is not always my friend. So anyway, we're gonna dive back into where we left off. And, well, not where we left off, from the beginning. And so what I was demonstrating throughout the course of this week was a realtor who is very successfully using the hub and spoke model, whether he knows it or not, to create a hub channel and hub pieces of content that he can use to create great reach and engagement, but also repurpose and reuse across other social media channels to build his audience there as well. So we focused on Ian Grossman, Austin, Texas realtor, and how his hub on YouTube was allowing him to generate a larger piece of valuable educational content that appeals to an audience, and not from just a selling perspective, but from an educational value add perspective. And he then takes that content, which may be 8-minute to 17-minute long videos on YouTube, that he then repurposes over to his Instagram channel and his Facebook account. Now, yesterday we talked about the opportunity that exists with then taking and repurposing that content onto LinkedIn. But again, this model is to simplify your life, to save time. So if you are finding success on one or simply a couple of social media channels, that is perfectly acceptable. The idea here is that you do not need to be everywhere, like many of the social media experts might tell you. You can be in the place that is your comfort zone, your zone of genius, where your primary audience is and where you're connecting with people. The idea behind this content model is that you are able to simplify the process of being on other social media channels if that is what you choose to do. So we went over the hub on Monday, the spoke of Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And today I want to talk about continuing to engage. That's the last piece. Keep engaging. And by using this model, it gives you more of that time and flexibility to come back and engage with your community. So I wanted to point out a few things that I found really cool with the way that Ian engages with his community. So this is one video where he has a wonderful 2,500 views on this video. He's giving great educational, valuable information about investing in Austin. And so he comes back, and this is important to come back and engage. This is not about a set it and forget it model where you create something, you create clips, and then schedule them and let them be, right? It's about giving you the time to come back and engage with your network. So even if it's simply a thank you, he responds to that. And that's really important because, it shows that any comment is important. Whether it's, I want to hire you to sell my home, I want to hire you to find my home, or thank you, great video, a response to that is important. People want to feel seen and acknowledged, and that is something that keeps people coming back. It's also something that if someone hasn't necessarily subscribed yet, may drive them to come back and take that subscribe action. So that's really important. The other thing is if someone perhaps has longer form questions. So someone asks about another neighborhood, and so he provides his feedback on what he knows about the differences. And so it also demonstrates a little bit more expertise that he has in the neighborhoods that he sells and sells homes in. So also, he responds here, even though this isn't something he does. He is letting that person know, hey, this isn't something I do, but I will send you information back for a resource that can help you with rentals. So this is really huge because it indicates, again, that he's not just there to get leads. He's not just there for the people who want to hire him. He really is truly there to serve the community and build a network and share those resources for other people as well who can help them. Now, this was almost my favorite because it's the negative one. And it's not my favorite because it's negative, but it's rather how he dealt with it, right? So a big concern that I get in working with clients and trying to encourage them to do more video is the fear of negative response. So even if you're someone who does video a lot, or podcasting, or blogging and content sharing, it's still nerve-wracking to think about getting those negative responses, negative feedback. So this person decided to share some advice, and they said, I've been watching your channel for a few days, but I'm losing interest. I see your face more than the actual property. You should focus on showing the homes, not yourself. My advice to you. I'll give you another chance. Now, Ian has a great response to that. He still is gracious and thanks them for watching and lets them know that, hey, this actually wasn't about a property. And so that's, just an indicator. Sometimes people are having a bad day. They give feedback that really isn't relevant. And it also does kind of indicate that they weren't really watching the video and taking in the information he was providing. So if he was showing a property, he probably would go around and talk to the camera and show the home. That's what realtors do. Because again, if you are in a real life showing, a realtor's not going to hide in a closet while they direct you around the property to tell you about it. They're there with you giving the FaceTime. And that's why it is important to still have FaceTime while you are doing the video. Now, most of Ian's videos are educational and informative. They're not necessarily demonstrating a home that he's selling. So he provides a lot of educational value, and by speaking to the camera, he's engaging with his audience, he's engaging with his people. Now, the other thing is that, he does other types of videos where he may be showing neighborhoods, because he also, as we noted on Monday, as we walked through some of the best practices for video, that he really showcases himself as a neighborhood expert. So there are videos where he might be showing neighborhoods and features of the neighborhood and the community and then coming back to the camera. So, there's a reason for the way that he does what he does. But again, I thought it was really great, graceful response. Thank you. This isn't what that was about, but hopefully the person comes back for more or not. It's fine. But it was a really gracious response. The other thing you can see too, and I'll show you actually over on this one, where he's got 9,400 views. People worry also about just the thumbs down, right? You hate to see it. You hate to see it. We all love to see the thumbs up and the hearts. But again, he does a great job. 7 thumbs down for 9,400 views on a video. He's doing a great job. But even if there were hundreds, it's not what we want to get caught up in. It's not what we want to concern ourselves with. So again, you can see where he comes back. He gives some full form responses to people who have questions. And this is a really important part of the strategy, making sure that you come back and engage with people, whether or not they want to hire you, whether or not they say something positive or negative. It's a great way to build the brand and his effectiveness in what he's doing. So then on day 2, we went over Instagram and showed how he really repurposes his videos, his longer form videos from YouTube onto that channel. Now, again, similar to Emily Baker, who we featured last week, the attorney, because he does this hub and spoke model, one longer form video that he can turn into clips and reuse and repurpose, it gives him a little bit more time to have fun. And because his comfort zone is video, his fun, which is still part of the strategy, is to do things like Reels, or this one is actually TikTok repurposed into Instagram, and do fun things like this. And I'm not sure if you can, I do have the...
It's for sale. I got buyers looking and looking, but to no avail. We're looking north, we're looking south. It's getting a little crazy. We don't all have millions in the bank like
my watch the whole thing, but it's just, he's having fun with it. He's doing an on-trend strategy, which is using TikTok or Reels to create fun videos to engage with his community. Again, he gets a lot of visibility on these, and he has a lot of fun engaging back with people, whether it's in a fun way or if it's in, someone who actually then has a question about inventory in Austin and what this means to buying and selling a home there. So while he's having fun and he's being entertaining, and it's easy stuff for him because his strength is video, it still is on strategy, and it still has an intention in the topic that he's sharing to add value and educate his audience. So that's been Ian Grossman Week, Austin Realtor from Texas, and his hub and spoke model demonstration. Again, not sure if that was his intended strategy, but what I want to demonstrate to you is how you can do the same thing. Simplify your life, create one piece of longer form content that will add a lot of value to your community, that will engage your community, that you can take into smaller bits and share across social media. This will simplify. Now, getting started in something like this, there may be a learning curve and there may be a process set up, and that's the key. Setting up a structure and a process that is repeatable and sustainable, that will not overwhelm you, that you can do on a consistent basis to elevate your brand, increase your reach, increase your referrals, and actually give you more time to do the important part of your business, which is working with your clients. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please drop me a comment. If you want to have access to a resource where I am placing all of these videos so you can catch up, whether you're a lawyer, a realtor, I'll be doing financial advisors, lenders, and then getting into some other areas of business owners. So if you see somebody that is doing amazing things on social media, please drop their name in a comment, or perhaps that person is you. But head on over to socialmediavault.com and share your email with me if you would like to have access to that resource where all of these videos will be stored, and some other resources to help guide you through creating the structure and process to set this up, as well as some of the technical tools that will help simplify the development of this social media strategy. So have a wonderful weekend, everyone. I apologize for video number 1 with all that static. You test, and sometimes technology is just not your friend. So here you go. I will see you on